today's Minecraft video, we are checking out the utility UI client for Minecraft Pocket Edition, the Bedrock version. Welcome everyone, my name is Echo, and starting today, over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be checking out a bunch of add-ons, clients, and packs available for Minecraft Pocket Edition, the Bedrock version. First one we're checking out today was created by HJN, and like I said, it's called Utility UI. Once you've gathered the download from the description, just go into settings, scroll down to global resources, and in your packs, you are looking for Utility UI. Utility UI is back with new stylus textures. It works for 1.19 plus. Activate it, make sure it's inside of here, then back out. Now, you're not going to notice any difference on the home screen, which I really like because some clients out there completely transform the home screen when they don't need to. Also, for those of you who always ask me how I got Optifine for Minecraft Bedrock Edition, I'll leave a link to that tutorial down below. When you log into game for the first time, top right, it says 2 times click toggle in pause menu to enable mod menu. That kind of reminds me of the Java advancements. So I like that because again, when you're in game, it's completely simple. Like you wouldn't even tell there's any difference at all, right? You can't see anything at all. There's nothing here to click or access. So in order to do this, go into your options, and in the top right, you're going to see this icon. Now, if you tap on it once, nothing happens. You have to double tap on it. Now, double tapping it will pop up with all these different options. Now, remember that this is a work in progress and it will be updated quite frequently. So remember to bookmark the download. Straight away, you can see how clean this is. Now, when you hover over something, it changes green. That means when you tap on something like shiny potions, it does make a sound. It does mean it's active. If you tap in it again, obviously it's no longer active. But one of my favorite things is I love the icons that they've used to symbolize each one. Now, how does shiny potions work? So let's get a bunch of potions. Now, I'm also going to grab the mundane one. I'm also going to grab myself like the awkward one, some of the basic ones. Now, for those of you who do know or don't know, I am in fact colorblind. So sometimes when I see potions like this, I know it's not really a big deal, but sometimes I actually think they're potions. Yes, I'm that stupid, but that's just my color blindness. But you see here, nothing is distinguished, nothing is outlined. Well, if we go back inside of here and double tap on this and turn on shiny potions, you can see here that this is telling me what is actually a potion and what isn't. Although I think this technically, I mean, it is technically a potion, right? But it doesn't give you any kind of effect. But it's just super cool because now I know, well, that's just nothing. I don't need that. But I know that these are all potions. You know what else would have been cool, though? If these were color coordinated based on the potion that they are. And in real time, if we disable it, you can see that they are disabled. So let's say you're playing on a server or a realm and you're typing in like hello, and you got people constantly talking like wanna PvP, etc. It gets in the way. You just double tap on this. You hide chat. It is completely gone. I'm just gonna double check this on a server. Now, I play a lot of CubeCraft when it comes to mini games, and I can confirm that these options do work. You can hide chat. You can get shiny options. Let me show you the rest of these. But if you wanted to use this on a server, you can, but make sure it complies with specific servers' terms of service, because some servers do not like these. On the first page, also available is a debug UI, and this just tells you the input, what game mode you're in, scoreboards, UI type, etc. So if I was to type in / game mode S for survival, it didn't update in real time, so I might need to go to this and then turn this off and then back on. No, I'm still in creative mode, so maybe that's slightly bugged, I don't know. But it's, if I change this to survival, maybe it needs to be default mode. No, that has not updated. So unfortunately, the debug UI doesn't update in real time. Like many clients in this community, brighter is an option. So apparently this is meant to make your game brighter. It actually looks a little bit like old school Minecraft console edition. But I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really see too much of a difference. In my opinion, it makes it quite murky. So what we're going to do is find a cave and see if it's any better. So this is what it looks like when it is not activated. Let's turn this on in real time and make it brighter. I mean, you could argue it's slightly better, but honestly, I would rather just use torches. So I still think that's a feature within the Bedrock community that needs improving. All right, let's suit up. Let's get ourselves some diamond armor on. I'm also going to be holding this. I also have myself a shield, which I'm going to put in my offhand because an option available is your armor hood, which will be on the right-hand side. We do have the offhand slot, which is there, and we do have the main hand slot. So you'll see here, although I don't know why I'm not holding this in my hand. What? I don't know why. Do you guys see that? It works now, but it's on top of my head there. That is really strange, but that's just a visual glitch because you can clearly... Hold on, let's change a second. You can clearly see it was in my hand a second ago. It's in my hand there. This is so weird, but you cannot see it when it's inside of there, but it is there. So what I'm guessing here is telling you what's in your offhand without displaying it. So if I was to double tap on this and turn this off, no, it still doesn't show my offhand item, but I do have the offhand item. So I think, there you go. When you're crouching, it's there. When you're not, it's gone. I think this is to stop like it visually making it hard for you to see, basically. Yeah, visually imparting you. So, I mean, it's a pretty cool feature if that's the way they're meant to do it. We do have a status hood as well. The status is... It's kind of like subtitles in a way. So I'm currently standing. I'm currently sneaking. I'm currently sprinting. I'm currently moving. So we've got sneaking, moving, jumping. We've got... There's no such thing as flying. So what happens if I was to get myself a boat real quick and I get inside of a boat? There's no message for that one. But yeah, that is definitely something I would love to see more of. To say swimming. It says sprinting, so swimming is also not an option. So still room for improvement there. So the main hand slot does update in real time. I've gathered myself some enchanted armor. I just wanted to make sure that the hood displays the enchanted armor. Also in my offhand slot, I wanted to try a totem. Now that works perfectly fine, but when it was a shield, it didn't seem to work. So let's try an arrow, for example, in my offhand. Arrows work perfectly fine. So there's definitely some kind of, I don't know, it's either a bug or it's actually meant to be there when it comes to the shield. But still pretty cool. Moving on to the next option. Inside of here, there is hide scoreboard. So if you're playing a server, you can hide that, which we're going to test on a server. You've also got hide red scores. You've also got show compass. Now, show compass is on the bottom left. I love this one. This should definitely be a standard in any kind of clients. In fact, it shouldn't just be the compass. There should also be a clock, and there should also be the recovery compass if you're accessing that. So you've got show pointer. Now, what this does is shows your cursor. But the strange thing here is when you come out of it and you're using your normal cursors in the middle of your screen, you end up with a dot on your screen. So I'm not quite sure how this is meant to give you some kind of advantage, but we do have show zone checker, which is meant to show you basically the zone of your game from what I understand. I don't see too much of a benefit there on my side, to be honest with you, while recording. And then you've got hide boss bar grid, show entity checker. This one is related to colors, I believe. And then you've got hide mob effect. So if I was to give myself 6 minutes of fire res, you'll see here that there's no indication on the top right of my screen, and you can see the particle effects there. So if I was to get rid of that, you can see this pops up back over there as well. The entity checker, I'm not entirely sure what that is, but if we go to / summon and then we do a wither here, you can hide the boss bar, right? Which you can. And then you've got this, which is the hide the boss bar grid. So again, not too sure what that is about. The hide boss bar one's pretty understandable. Very quickly came back to CubeCraft. You can hide the scoreboard there. I think this might give you a little bit of a disadvantage if you were in game. But if you think it takes up too much of your screen, you can always hide that. And you can, I believe, hide the other team as well. In terms of shortcuts, this currently doesn't do anything at all. And there is only currently one options page so far. So moving on to this one. This is crosshair mode. I love this one. So if you just like the default crosshair, this is this little thing in the middle of your screen, then no problem at all. You guys can stick with that one. But I like to mess around with this one. So you can make it any of these, any one of these that you want, along with introducing different colors. So let's say you wanted it to be, let's try and find a cool one here. Let's go with this one, right? And then you want it to be yellow. Yellow is highlighted. If we then go back, you'll see yellow is highlighted. Now, some of these are really good at nighttime. Some of people really like these based on server-related things. I've played with clients that have a few more options than this. Like this one to me is a bit too over the top, but it's up to you. You might like this one, you know what I mean? So I guess options are a really cool thing. I like to go with yellow out of most of them. Just brighter, easier to see. And then I like to keep mine simple. So I would probably have something like just a regular, like this one actually, to be fair. I'd probably just use something like this. Just makes things a little bit easier to see. And if you don't like any of them, click on default and it goes back to normal. Now, the tree icon is basically saturation. So we're currently using default saturation display. Now, this is literally just what it looks like, right? But you can change the colors. Now, the colors are only very vaguely changing. I think the red one's quite deep. You can definitely see a difference with the yellow one. If you wanted to have more yellowish gameplay, you could do that. Honestly, I don't see too much of a benefit with this. I guess the blue one's pretty cool, to be fair. But again, very minimal changes. And then we've also got the red one. I can see a slight difference in the sky. I'm colorblind though, so maybe that's just me. But I would probably just use this. Moving on to the next one, you have themes. So we're using default. You can have custom. This is basically like dark mode. And this is basically like light mode, so I don't like that. And then you've got the vanilla one, which is like the vanilla boxes for your, let's say you wanted to access this, you know, the outside here. So that's up to you. But honestly, there's a reason why we're using the default one. Also available is this, which is music. And if we just play these, music starts to play. It also gives you the ability to customize the music. So if you wanted to have any music at all, you can edit it with this JSON file and you can stop it as well. I wish there was more options here though, like a fast forward. And the last one is the credits who helped participate in making this possible. I like to try and give these clients a rating. And for this one, I'd probably give it a 6 or 7. Definitely work for improvement because some of the things don't work the way they should. I think there's not too many options. What I really do like about this is the simplicity of it. I love simplicity. This doesn't overhaul the main menu and make things super confusing. You can access it just by this. The icons look brilliant. So I imagine this will be updated in the future. It's definitely worth using.